All right, what's up everyone? We're here at the Lift Factory in Las Vegas. I'm gonna go through a back workout with everyone. I'm gonna go through, a typical workout that I'll do for back, and I'm gonna do my best to give explanations and let everyone know what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and hopefully give you some tricks. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, what's up everyone? So I'm gonna go walk you through my workout here. The first exercise I did was lat pulldowns with a lat pulldown bar, the regular bar. So if you notice, I'm throwing my elbows forward a little. I'm not just pulling the bar, straight down. So you throw your elbows forward, and I'm pulling the bar to my chest. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna activate your lats more, the outer lat a little more. You see how I'm throwing my elbows forward? And not just pulling the bar, straight to my chin. That makes a huge, huge difference. Okay, I forgot to bring all my supplements back home, but it's very important. I'm gonna sipping on this gallon of water while I work out. I see a lot of people, when they work out, they don't even drink any water during the workout. That's the most important thing when you're working out, is to be hydrated. So always sip on at least water during your workout. After every set, sip on water. Okay, the next exercise I moved on to is the DY row, Dorian Yates Row. It's a plate-loaded row, variation. It's an underhand grip, so it's going to work your lower lats. So general rule of thumb too, though, is a pull-down movement is going to work your back width, and a row movement such as this is going to work your thickness, so front to back thickness. And as you can see, I'm really extending my arms all the way forward and getting a good stretch, and then driving back with my elbows. So you always want to stretch forward and then drive back. Really exaggerate the stretch forward too. So I go a little heavier. Remember, with progressive overload training, you always want to try to increase weight each set. If you can't, that's okay, but you always want to start a little lighter and then each set add a little weight. Now, if you're a complete beginner, it'll take a little while to know exactly which weight to use. But as you get more advanced, you'll know your body more, know your strength better. Okay, so after that one, we did cable row, and the handle I used was called, it's a mag handle, I believe is the name. So the grips are such that they're curved a little, so it makes your hands like act as hooks. So you're not gripping the handle. So these handles basically make it easier to pull with your lats and not your bicep and forearms. And notice, look at my thumbs, how my thumbs are completely off. So you want to have your thumbs off the handle or over the handle, and that's going to help you engage your lats more and not be inclined to pull with your forearm or biceps. Always thumb over or thumb off. On this one, I got my thumb off, totally. Okay, after that I did another row movement, and this one is Arm Dumbbell Row is what it would be called. Most people would do single arm row, which is fine, but I opted to do 2-arm here just to get a better squeeze and not try to go, if you single arm, a lot of people would just try to go super heavy and just move a lot of weight. 2-arm kind of forces you to use less weight and focus more on squeezing your back. Okay, so this one I'm doing 2 arm dumbbell row. You know, most people will do single arm, which is good, but 2 arms are to mimic more of like a barbell row, so you have to go a little lighter. But the key on these is to really get a good stretch back and drive back with your elbows. So the key on this one, and pretty much any back exercises, is always get a good stretch. So you want to straighten your arm. You want to straighten your arm enough where you can like flex your tricep and then drive back. That's the key. On the 2 arm dumbbell row, on the very last set, I did a drop set. So this is very important. On my plans, I have a drop set, and I do a lot of drop sets in my own training. So I want to explain this. A drop set is when you do, it's on the last set of the exercise. So you're going to do, your last set, the heaviest set. And I'm doing, I think I did like 8 to 12 reps here. So you do 8 to 12 reps with your heaviest weight. And then you're going to immediately drop the weight and cut the weight. Just lower the weight a little bit. I went from 80 to 70. You can kind of judge it with your own strength, but you drop the weight and then immediately do another set to failure, basically. I think I got like 6 or 7 here. So that's a single drop set. Now a double drop set is what I'm doing right here. So I drop the weight again, I lower the weight again, and do more reps to failure. So this is a double drop set. If you want to do a triple drop set, I would lower the weight again and pick a lighter weight and keep going. So that's a drop set. It's an intensity technique that I use, and I recommend, to all my clients too. A drop set is great. That was a double drop set. Example of a double drop set. So for back, I usually wear wrist straps, excuse me. But I forgot to bring them today. Forgot my gym bag. But people ask, should you wear wrist straps? If you're trying to build as much muscle as possible, yeah, wear wrist straps. But especially if you're doing heavier lifts like a deadlift or barbell row, wear the wrist straps. But they're not totally necessary. You will get, what they do is they take your forearm out of it. So take your forearm and bicep out of it. So they allow you to work more of your back. So if you do have wrist straps or can get some, I do recommend them. They will help out. They will help you feel your back more. Okay, so the 5th exercise was another pull down variation. This would be plate loaded pull downs or close grip plate loaded pull downs on one of my plans. Because it's a plate loaded machine as opposed to pin loaded, and it's a closer grip. So again, on these, I'm really trying to extend all the way up and stretch, stretch my arms up, which is to stretch your lats. So you really want to extend all the way up, and again, you'll notice my thumbs would be, I believe I had them completely off or over. So always try to have them completely off, or I have them off right here. So that's good. What that does is that makes your hands act more like hooks, and makes it easier to engage your lats and not use your forearms and biceps. So that's a super important tip on any back exercises. Have your thumbs over or off. Okay, so we did, 1 pull down, 3 row, then another pull down movement, and lastly, I'm going to do a low back. So I always do low back last, because if I do my low back first, I'm going to, not be able to walk during the workout. So I like to do low back last. And today I did hyperextensions. Sometimes I'll do rack deadlifts or rack pulls or deadlifts too, to work my low back. But today I felt, I didn't feel like moving a whole bunch of weight, so I did hyperextensions. And on these you'll notice I'm not really extending all the way down, but I am extending all the way up. So you want to extend all the way up to really get that flex in your low back. But you don't have to go all the way to the floor. That's the difference between these, the hyperextensions for low back and hyperextensions for glutes. So notice on this one I have my hands on my head. You can also put your hands across your body or just your hands out. But really think about flexing back with your low back and going all the way up. And these will hurt. These will hurt your low back. That's what they're supposed to do. They're going to build your lower back muscle, which is going to help a number of things. All right, that was my back workout. 6 exercises. I basically just picked, 6 of my favorite exercises and my favorite equipment here at the Lift Factory and knocked out a great workout. Try it out. Let me know how you like it. Comment, subscribe if you're not already, and hope you enjoyed the video and took some value from it. Thanks for watching.